Radio. You're listening to PetLifeRadio.com.
I'm Smiley the dog. I am a mutt. I'm Smiley the dog. I'm super smiley. I have a cat, 2 sweets, the travel kitty, and a big girlfriend, Angel's really pretty. I have a pony and we share a big horse. We have a big yard. Yeah, we have to, of course. I have a pool. In the summer I stay cool. To a fountain, live in the mountain, live high on the hog. Need to be a spokes dog. I'm Smiley the dog. I am a mutt. I'm Smiley the dog. I'm super smiley.
Woof and Super Smiles. Welcome to A Super Smiley Adventure on Pet Life Radio, the largest pet radio network in the world. I'm Megan Blake, the pet lifestyle coach, here with my possum sidekick, Super Smiley, the ambassador of kindness for the Animal Film Festival. As the pet lifestyle coach, I travel the country with Smiley, helping people adopt the right pet for their lifestyle, and then help train them so they keep their pet forever. And here on A Super Smiley Adventure, we explore adventures where animals lead. They can be journeys for animal advocacy, for adventure and fun, and they almost always lead to paths of inner discovery and greater bonding with our pets. And that's why Smiley and I love our guests today. They are Academy Award-winning producer Kristina Reed and director of Walt Disney Animation Studios' newest film short, Feast, Patrick Osborne. And Patrick also worked on the 2012 Oscar-winning film Paper Man with Kristina and on some of our favorite films like Bolt and Tangled. So we want to give a huge welcome to director Patrick Osborne and producer Kristina Reed. Hey, guys.
Thanks.
Hi, thank you.
Oh, we're so excited to have you. Welcome to A Super Smiley Adventure.
Happy to be here.
Congratulations again to both of you on your Academy Award for Paper Man. And I have to ask this just right up front. What's it like starting with a glimmer in your mind for what could be a little film short and then winning the largest award recognition in the world for it? What is that like?
You know what, Megan, the truth is you just keep doing the next thing. So you come up with a great idea, then you start making it, then you realize people are responding to it really positively, and so you go out and encourage more people to see it, and, you know, you're just going along doing the thing, and suddenly people decide it's the best short of the year, and it's kind of amazing. So you don't think about the end, you just start at the beginning.
When you get greenlit on something like this, you realize that you're going to have the chance to have millions of people potentially see the idea, and that in itself is enough to look forward to. And you just hope that it's good enough to kind of stand up there with the rest of Disney's stuff, all the shorts from history. So that's really the fun part. And the fun part is making it, spending the year actually making it. So everything else is just icing, I think.
Wow, that is so cool. And I love, Patrick, what you just said, standing up there with all the shorts from Disney from history, because Disney does have an amazing history. So I think that really, really puts it in the context. And also to put your visit here in context for our listeners, you all have just completed a new film short entitled Feast, which is opening for Disney's next blockbuster, Big Hero 6. And the star of Feast is a little dog, Winston, right?
Yes, Winston's a little Boston Terrier, puppy that we see kind of grow throughout the film, that we see be adopted off the street and kind of raised into a family.
I love that. And I got to see Feast, which was fabulous. I saw it with Big Hero 6 at a special press screening at the Disney Studios. So Thank you all.
Yay.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me. It was really, really cool. I loved the entire presentation. And Patrick, the emotion you captured in Feast, it was just perfect. It was perfect. I know this had to be a mission of love for you. Is that true? Was it a mission of love?
I mean, when you start making a short, when you pitch it, you kind of have to hold on to something, like a feeling that you want to get across. And this idea started with this idea of telling the life story of a family through the ritual of dinner and the connections that we all make over dinner.
Right.
And I felt like there's a little bit of an emotional thing that connects that, and then adding a puppy to the mix, that kind of the share in that moment with the family seemed to be something that would hit with people. I felt it myself, and the whole goal of making a film is to make the audience feel that way too at some point. So if it works, it's great, and that's kind of what you aim for.
And it totally, totally works. And Kristina, we kind of touched on this earlier, but Patrick just mentioned the emotion and the connection. And I got to tell you, we've had Academy Award-winning actors on our show, but you're the first Academy Award-winning producer. So we're really, really excited. So as a producer, how do you set the path so that your films touch hearts and connect on such a profound and beautiful level, like what Patrick was just talking about? Do you set a path, or do you just do one step at a time, like you mentioned?
Well, when you're producing a film for somebody, your goal is really to take all the obstacles out of their way so they can just focus on making the images say exactly what they want them to say and making sure every beat of the story is working. So I think of myself as sort of the person who's running ahead, clearing the path, and running behind, picking up stuff. And really the brilliance of Feast is purely Patrick's strength as a storyteller. I feel like I know what that dog is thinking, and I myself am ready to make that sacrifice so that James can have a better life. And that is the success of this story to me.
I love that. I love that. And we're going to take a very quick break. We'll be right back with more on Feast and Big Hero 6 and a film giveaway. Smiley, can you wait? Good boy.
Sit, stay. We'll be right back after a short pause. Well, 4 to be exact.
I'm Smiley the dog. I'm Super Smiley. Must rock.
Pet Life Radio, the #1 pet radio network on the planet, joins forces with iHeartRadio to put the power of your pets in your pocket. Awesome! Download the iHeartRadio app and rock Pet Life Radio on your phone, on your tablet, on your Xbox, in your car. Pet talk, pet tunes, and fun pet times. Pet Life Radio and iHeartRadio. Positively Possum.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
And we're back on A Super Smiley Adventure with Academy Award-winning producer Kristina Reed and Patrick Osborne, director of Walt Disney Animation Studios' new film, Feast. Patrick, we talked about the beautiful emotion in Feast, and there you capture the human-animal bond perfectly. How important do you think animals are in real life and actually helping people get through life?
Well, I grew up with 3 dachshunds, Stretch, Indianapolis, and Audi. And they were basically a part of the family. Our family, we always said our family had 6 boys.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. Let me just say, when you said you had 2 brothers and 3 dogs, I'm like, no, you had 5 brothers. That's
yeah, all male dogs too. My mom was really alone in the gender situation in our house. But yeah, they were definitely part of my growing up. I had them from when I was like age 6 till when I left the house. So it was a big part of what family was and what kind of eating around the table was. And they knew who the easy to convince and who the more difficult ones were. So it was you could tell friendships developed that way in particular. So it was something that I kind of called back on a little bit in memory when writing for the film.
Right, that was my next question. Were any of Winston's experiences taken from your real life or your friend's life? How much of it was in your imagination and how much was real?
I mean, most of it is observed in some way. You'll be at a barbecue and at a friend's house, and you'll see their kid kind of sneak something to their pet. I remember my little brother doing that. My brother was about 1 when we got our first dogs, so they were best friends right away. They were the same size, and just that kind of connection you kind of remember. It's not so literal. It's not like you literally say, I'm putting this moment in, but you remember a moment and try to figure out a way to make something like that be in there just because it'll feel true. It'll feel more real to the audience.
Right. I understand. It's like your heart remembers. So then you put it in the context of a film. I love that. And Super Smiley, my co-host here, he's a certified therapy dog with Pet Partners, and he's a Hope Animal Assisted Crisis Response Dog, which is an amazing group where dogs, it's so cool. They go into disaster areas and comfort the people who are affected by huge disasters. So we're big believers that animals not only help us humans, but I believe that this is part of their main purpose, to help people connect on a deep level, to help us to remember to connect with each other. So, Kristina, what's your take on animals in our lives?
Oh my God, I grew up with Airedales and
wow.
huge fan of Airedales, and really kind of as part of owning them got to know a lot about service dogs, and that's a whole nother level of giving to the human world that's even above and beyond being a pet in someone's life. It's really incredible what dogs can bring to our lives in all different ways. It's amazing.
It really is, Kristina. And my favorite question here on A Super Smiley Adventure is, what have your pets taught you in your life? For me, animals are healers and teachers, and I have horses, dogs, cats, and they teach me lessons every single day. You just have to, in my opinion, you just have to look, and you'll learn something from them. Patrick, have you learned anything from your dogs or your animals?
I mean, Stretch growing up was just a positive bundle of joy all the time. So if anything, a sort of carefree, positive outlook on everything that I have managed to carry with me all this time. I don't know if it's completely him. I think my parents have something to do with it too. I consider myself a positive person still, so maybe he's part of that.
I'm sure he is. And Kristina, what have you learned from animals? Did your Airedales teach you anything, or anyone recently?
Really, all it takes for happiness is simple things. Food, a cuddle, a warm hug, a good walk, a happy day, a squirrel occasionally. We just focus on the little things, we'll all be much happier as humans.
I love that. And you two, both of you do sound really, really like just happy, grounded people on your personal path. I just love that. I love this. And then back to Feast. It's opening for Big Hero 6 on November 7th. And Super Smiley and I live in Malibu, and we've seen billboards for Big Hero 6 all over LA. And I saw the film. I love it. I cannot recommend it and Feast enough. And I love the way that this film short Feast opens for the big feature film. And you all know a long, long time ago, cartoons used to open for the feature films. Do you think this may be having a comeback?
It definitely does, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to make happen.
We're making for our films. It's fun.
I love that idea, too. I would absolutely adore that. If you have a place to vote, do audiences want that? We are totally going to vote for, yes, we want the film shorts to open. I love it. And let me tell you all also, we have 2 Feast posters to give away. And we're going to hear more about Feast. It's star Winston and Big Hero 6. All this right after the break. Super Smiley, can you wait? Good boy.
Sit. Stay. We'll be right back, right after we kibble a little with our sponsors.
If you ask the question, what do I want? What do I need? I'll take affection. I really should mention I need time. I need love, I crave attention. Listen, you're waiting by the door. I'm bringing for you. With shaking tails and happy hearts. I'm bringing for you. And running circles round the floor. I'm bringing for you. That's always when the party starts. Oh, they are my friends. They are my children. They are the furry gooders and drinks. They are my family. How I love my pets.
I Love My Pets, the new single by Mark Winter, available on iTunes.
Hey there, pet parents. This is Christy Vaughn, host of The Doggy Dish. Do you love your furry companion? Do you love making him or her healthy treats but can't seem to find the time? Great news. The Doggy Dish is the perfect show for you. Every episode is chock full of healthy and easy recipes that are made with ingredients you most likely have on hand. Tune into The Doggy Dish for yummy and healthy recipes for your canine kids.
Every week, only on PetLifeRadio.com.
Let's talk pets.
Let's talk pets
On Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Hey everybody, it's Brad Garrett from Everybody Loves Raymond, and I'm on a super smiley adventure. So don't tell my therapist.
And we're back on A Super Smiley Adventure with producer Kristina Reed and film director Patrick Osborne, both from the Oscar-winning film Paperman and Disney's new film Feast that's opening for Big Hero 6 on November 7th. And everybody, my birthday is November 8th, and this film grouping made me feel so good, so I may do a second viewing for my birthday weekend.
Yay!
Yeah. Bring all my friends. That would be so much fun. And so, Patrick, you were originally tapped as the co-head of animation for Big Hero 6. Is that right?
Yeah, I would spend about a year getting characters ready for Big Hero 6 before my pitch for Feast was greenlit into production. Right.
And then, as you just said, your path redirected when you started on the journey with Winston through your film Feast. So what was it like moving into the director's chair? What was that like?
It's pretty scary at first. I had never really professionally done any story or writing, so the idea to jump into that beginning step right away was daunting. Luckily, Disney has a lot of talented people hanging around, and they assigned Jim Reardon to me as a mentor. He was head of story on Wreck-It Ralph and Wall-E, and for him to kind of guide me through the process was really nice, and it was pretty fun to go through what ended up being a very creative experience with help like that.
Right. And I have a question because I'm in the film world also. I'm an actress. And when you're on a live set, the director, he's there in the chair, he's looking through his camera, he's directing the actors. What does a director for animation, what do you do exactly?
You do all of that same stuff. It's just a lot slower.
Yes.
In our case, the camera, we call it the layout department. So we direct them, we tell them what to do. The animators are the actors. They are basically puppeteering Winston and the other characters around. The cinematographer is like the lighting and color department. They put the light and color in. And then music and sound and writing is exactly the same as live action.
Very cool.
It's very similar. It's just done at a different pace.
And Patrick, you are an animator, is that correct?
Yeah,
is that what you do? And that's changed over the decades as well. Could you explain that? Because a long time ago, I don't know what the words are even, they would draw animation cells, almost like cartoons, and tell us about what it used to be.
Yeah, it used to be done on paper by animators, one page at a time. And we're still doing it one frame at a time, but it's moving a puppet around on the computer. It's sort of like, imagine a video game character that you can control every little detail of it, and you pose it one frame at a time. But the actual idea of getting a performance in acting is exactly the same as it was 100 years ago. It's just about being really specific about the way the image changes from over time to get a performance and the emotion to read.
Right, because all the nuances, I remember I read someplace, or maybe I was working with a makeup artist, she said that the Disney characters, like the heroines, that their eyelashes would be very long towards the outside. So it's little tiny details like that. And like Bambi had the long eyelashes. There are tiny subtleties that can make a difference in the animated actors' expressions and emotional entire characterization. Is that right? Little details?
Yeah, it's all up to the animator to make sure that stuff is there and it reads and it also is beautiful and appealing the whole time.
Yeah, and I love the art in Feast. Was Winston created from a real dog or just from the cutest dog you could imagine? Who is Winston?
Our character designer, Sheehan Kim, drew about 100 different dogs.
Wow.
To find out what he was.
Wow.
And they were all about the same size because for the story we needed a dog that didn't reach the table. So, they're between Chihuahuas and little Yorkie type dogs to about terriers, middle-sized dogs. And it ended up just helping out based on the art style that a black and white dog that had that kind of patterning that you could see turn in space, even with simple lighting, was necessary.
Yes, right.
That's kind of where it ended up. And then a short-nosed dog is easier to get human-like expressions out of.
Interesting.
Without cheating, more, closer to our own facial proportions. So that helped a little bit. That wasn't like a big part of the choice, but once you realize that that's what you've chosen, it is easier to get him to emote a little bit.
That makes a lot of sense. Go ahead, Kristina. Yeah, go.
I'll throw in is we wanted to avoid any dog that had already been in the Disney cartoon. Actually eliminates a few breeds.
It does, right.
We've had quite a history as a studio of animating dogs. They're fabulous personalities and characters, so we went through the history books to make sure we didn't duplicate anything.
And again, Kristina, that was part of your job. You said sweeping up behind and clearing the way in the front, right?
Well, I have to tell you, honestly, Patrick did that one.
Okay.
Looking through the movies and making sure he was picking a dog that we could, bring to life for the very first time.
It's not a bad thing to go back and watch, Lady and the Tramp. And
no, that's not a bad thing. Oh, my gosh. That's such a classic. So many of the Disney films are true iconic classics, and that is absolutely one of them. Everyone remembers that scene where they're eating spaghetti, scene, and then they kiss. I think that scene will be with everyone forever. That's one of probably the most classic pet animated scenes ever. On the Super Smiley Adventure today, we thought it'd be really fun to give away some Feast posters to our listeners. So here's what we do on a Super Smiley. Yeah, I'm so excited. On a Super Smiley Adventure, what you can do, everybody, is on Facebook, go to Pet Life Radio page and the Super Smiley page and like us. So then you can participate. And what we'll do is we're going to do a post for the Feast poster giveaway. So as a comment, add your photo of your dog and tell us how your dog helps you through your feasts in life. Do y'all like that? Is that good, Patrick and Kristina?
That is amazing.
I like that. So we're going to pick one from the Pet Life Radio page and one from the Super Smiley page, and then you all will win an official Feast poster from Disney. Yay! So that
is so cool.
I love it. Well, thank you for the poster. I'm very excited about this. And so, comment on both pages to increase your chances of winning, and also so everybody can see your dogs and read about how cool your dogs are. And Kristina and Patrick, do you all have a Facebook page that we should be liking as well for Disney or for Feast?
Disney Animation has a Facebook page, and also Disney Animators, the actual animators that work at the studio, post pictures inside the studio, every couple of days about what goes on here and the artists that work here. So that is really, really, really exciting. I didn't know that. Okay, well, Smiley and I both will like your page. That's awesome.
Great.
Yeah. Oh, also, I mentioned, many of our listeners know here that I'm an actress, and one of the things I love working with is animation. And one of my favorite projects that I was in was a feature film called The Little Wizard. And I voiced the lead and title character, who was a little boy. I voiced little boys, I voiced dogs and cats. And in that film, The Little Wizard went on to affect so many people and win dozens of film festivals. So, Kristina, animation just has a way of touching us and going into a fantasy world that sometimes live action sometimes doesn't reach. What are your thoughts on that with animation touching us?
I think that's one of the most wonderful things about animation, and the fact that we were able to show Winston never seeing James for so long in the short. I don't know if we would have been able to pull that off so easily in live action.
Right.
And you're just with Winston the whole time. If you notice, Patrick's animation's so clever that Winston's pretty much continuously animated through the entire short, as though it was almost one shot for Winston.
Yes.
But it's covering probably 12 years of his life.
Right, right.
You couldn't have done that level of continuity in live action, and certainly not with a dog actor.
It's nice as a director not to have any real limit at all to your imagination. So you can pretty much do anything you want, and that means you can express anything you want, really. And it's pretty amazing to have that chance.
I love what you just said, Patrick. Again, no limit to the imagination. Our imaginations are unlimited. With animation, you literally have no limit to what you can put up there on the screen. I love that. And Kristina, I agree with you. I second you completely that Patrick did an amazing, amazing job with this. So again, I'm recommending Feast to everybody. And Patrick, well, we were just talking about this. Your career is focused on animation. So you love this as a medium, right? This is your chosen medium, right?
Yeah, it's what I've been doing for the last 12 years or so, and it's very fun. It doesn't feel like a job ever.
Ah, I love that. I love that. And okay, Super Smiley, he's got to weigh in on this topic too. He is a dog. So I think, I'm projecting onto him, but I think to him, everything in his world is a world of whimsy, whether it is animation or live action, because he's a happy dog and that's kind of the way he sees things. And he's also a dog actor. I don't know if you all know this, but he has a series of film documentaries, we call them, that have also been winning film festivals across the United States. And his films are all used to deliver messages of kindness and pet adoption. And again, Patrick and Kristina, don't you think that we're so fortunate just to be able to see a path to deliver such powerful messages through film, animation, and through dogs? What do you think about that? This is a path.
We're incredibly lucky, especially the fact that Disney's going to put our short and our story on Big Hero 6, which will carry it to many other countries and translate into other languages. It's very, very cool. The veterinarians that we showed the short to were so excited that this will have such reach out in the world and convince people of how great pets can be in their lives.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing to have that kind of impact. It's a scary responsibility at first when you realize how many people are going to see your short and that it needs to be good, that people will, you'll be seen by this by so many people. But to have that opportunity is not taken lightly, and it's a great privilege.
Right, and it is a privilege, and I love, love, love that you all have Winston as a little rescued dog. He's on the street, and then he is picked up, and his feast begins, right? Is that a good way to put it? And I love that. Yes, and all my animals are rescues as well. Super Smiley, Angel, the horses. So we applaud you. Yay, we applaud you for that so much. And you all mentioned Big Hero 6, which is the feature film, and I just have to say I love that movie too. So everybody, you need to go see Feast, but also you're going to love Big Hero 6. It is the sweetest, most fabulous, fun movie ever. I love it. And also, I was talking about Super Smiley's film, Kindness, A Super Smiley Documentaries, where Smiley works for 6 weeks. This is true because it's a documentary. Works for 6 weeks with Los Angeles inner city kids to share the values that animals teach. And in the film, thank you. It, like you said, it's a responsibility, and we just want to put out there positive messaging. And in the film, we have the cutest flash mob in the entire world because it's little 7 11-year-old inner city kids flash mobbing with the Kindness with Super Smiley program. So it's just so adorable. And you all
that
can
sounds amazing.
Yeah, thank you. And everybody can see that at youtube.com/Megan Blake or on supersmileydog.com. And here's something else. This is a secret, so I'm going to whisper this. Smiley's going to have an animated short out very soon, but this is top secret. So we're going to let you know when everybody can spread the word on that, okay?
Wow.
Okay. Okay. And Patrick and Kristina, we all can see Feast in the theaters opening November 7th. Yay, with Big Hero 6. And I have a question. If we want to see your Academy Award-winning film Paper Man, is there a way people can go back and see that?
I believe that's on the Wreck-It Ralph DVD, right, Kristina?
And it's also available for purchase, I believe, on Amazon.
Okay, very cool. Well, people can Google that, look on Amazon, because that's just such great work. We always want to share everybody's wonderful, wonderful work. And Patrick and Kristina, we talked about dogs as healers and teachers and as a super advanced way of delivering the best messages around. And Patrick, if your dogs could join us today, or if Winston could join us today, what would he want to leave us with? What would he want to say?
I think Winston's excited to be a star soon. It's gone to his head a little bit lately that he realized the fame is coming and that there's going to be like people at Comic-Con dressing up as him. So
yeah, I love it.
I'm telling him to kind of cool it a little bit and just, be normal with the whole thing. Yeah, to chill.
My God.
But he's very excited.
I love it. It's so funny. And Kristina, do you have a dog at home, or do you have any other thoughts as to what Winston might be saying that you can add from the dog's perspective?
I think Winston would want to make sure your face was clean and would be happy to lick it from, just to double check.
I love that. Of course. Let's start with, and that was filtered through a producer's mind, obviously. Make sure everything is correct and is going smoothly, right? There you go.
Yes.
I love that. And we want to invite everyone to go out on my birthday weekend starting November 7th and see Feast and Big Hero 6. And again, to win the official Disney Feast posters, don't forget to visit us with your comments about your dog helping you through all your life's feasts on Facebook at the Pet Life Radio and Super Smiley pages. And I'm on Facebook too at facebook.com/Megan Blake. So I welcome everybody, joining me there. And also, since this show's about films, you can also go, I want to let everybody know about IMDb. That's the Internet Movie Database, imdb.com, and type in Feast and you can see lots of photos there and the trailer and read about all the cool information. And also Smiley is one of the few dog actors with an IMDb page, and there he's listed as Smiley. So go ahead and visit our Smiley there too. And so we're going to see everybody out and about on my birthday weekend at Feast opening on November 7th. And today, big thank you to Feast director Patrick Osborne and producer Kristina Reed. Thanks so much, guys, for joining us on A Super Smiley Adventure. This was wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Oh, and congratulations on all your past successes, and we wish you the greatest success with Feast.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much,
Bye-bye.
Megan.
And from all of us here at Pet Life Radio on A Super Smiley Adventure, we hope you love all your adventures with your pets. And until next time, woof and super smiles.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.